All right. So as I earlier introduced, my name is Kayode Femi. I've been a vet for 17 years. When I started my practice as a vet, uh, a crate of egg was sold for
Mm.
350 or so. 350 naira.
I know, right?
And then a bag of feed was around 1,000 plus, almost 2,000. Things have
Mm.
changed. Things have
Mm.
remarkably changed. A crate of egg now for those of us who buy egg, and thank you for joining. Thank you everyone for joining.
Yeah, I think your network was lagging
Okay,
a bit.
okay, 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 okay. I'm back. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
when I started my practice, a crate of egg was probably around 500, 350, it climbed up to 500. I can remember the fight when it became 650. Like it was like literally the whole farming community was going to close down. Right. Then when crate
I
of egg
know,
was
right?
around 350, we were buying a bag of feed. I need to record this. Okay, so it's recording. Fantastic.
Yes.
We were buying a bag of
Mm.
feed for 1,000 plus. I've sold a bag of feed for 1,300. Right.
Seriously?
Yes, yes, exactly.
I think Dr. Kayode, this statement will definitely make me run mad.
Well, so again, it happened. There's some even
Yeah.
probably that had been practicing
Lesser than that. Yeah.
would be lesser than that. Now,
Mm.
a bag of feed is averaging 20,000, a crate of egg is averaging 6,000.
6,000.
Things have changed. Things have changed. So,
A lot.
really, everybody should be running away from farming.
Please, oh. No, please, they
Wait,
should not
I'm
run away.
coming. I'm coming, Haja. Just relax. So when we now have somebody who has a background in law, yeah, you studied law. And
Yes.
Lord, I have a friend whose brother is a lawyer, and
Mhm.
sometimes I get a bit very jealous because sometimes you just need one political case and you will just cash out. So right, you studied law, which I
Yes.
think by all sense is a lucrative course, and you
Yes.
went ahead and you did your MBA, right? Am I correct?
Very correct.
And I think you're fairly comfortable,
Mhm.
right? So you left all this.
Oh,
You've left all these things and you chose farm. I think your choice of
and livestock farming for that
yeah,
matter.
livestock farming, our choice of you, it's going to be really very enlightening. So for every one of us who have joined, we have I call her Haja, so allow me use the word Haja. Haja Nusaiba,
Mm.
Abubakar Sadiq, right? She studied law. She's the executive director, SDK Farms. SDK Farm is one of those very small farms that gets a lot of our attention in Farm Alert because of how close we are to them, and they've been a model farm. Right, so I want us to just be open-minded. I'm going to, at the tail end of this meeting, give room for question and answer so that we
Yeah.
can throw in a few questions and then see. The big question we need to answer here is whether we should be going into farming or we should be running away. Is it a good mind or is it a burden?
It's a body.
So Haja, it's a pleasure to have you around. I'm super excited to have you on board. And by the way, congratulations to our daddy. Our daddy celebrating his birthday today. After this meeting,
Yes.
we'll definitely
Yeah.
shout out to him. So again,
All
the
right.
stage is yours. But you will have probably around 15 to 20 minutes to just explain what your experiences are on the farm. And then afterwards, we'll make it very engaging, ask you a lot of questions. I have my own questions
Mm.
also written out.
Yeah.
And then, of
Mm.
course, we could take this further. But thank you for joining us and thank you for being part of this.
Thank you very much. As you mentioned, my name is Nusaiba Abubakar Sadiq. Executive Director, SCK Farms. I've been wanting to do this with Dr. Kaede for a very long time, and I'm happy we're doing it today.
Mm.
So my journey going into livestock farming is really an interesting one. Why? Because I studied law, studied MBA. Even though MBA is something that would support whatever it is you're into, including lawyers, doctors, and what have you. So SDK Farm has been alive, I think, for the past 5 years, but I took over last year, which is 1 year now. And they were, I won't lie, they were challenges. Why? Because it's a system I'm not used to. It's something I've never ever done before. Yeah, never. But it is 1 year now, and I can say a lot about it. So I feel privileged to be here. So when I started STK Farms, I didn't have any knowledge. Dr. Kayode here has been my elder brother. He has been telling me the do's and don'ts, and then directing me, even though he says I have the vision. So the first thing I noticed in the livestock business is the gap between agriculture and other sectors in Nigeria. And that is where it makes it look like it's a burden, to be honest. So the first thing I struggled with being the executive director then was feeds. I realized how expensive feeds were, and then my birds were not doing so well. And something I realized our biosecurity was weak as well, and the farm did not have a system. And I'm a kind of human being that functions with a system more like a routine. When I wake up in the morning, I want to have a list of things I want to do and achieve. So, there wasn't a system, and communication was very difficult for me. I won't lie, because these are people that barely had a secondary school certificate. Then you compare it to somebody that has gone to her master's level. So I almost crashed. I almost crashed. I was down a bit health-wise. So, but when I was down, I asked myself, is this something you can do?
Mm.
Then on the other hand, I realized, yes, there's nothing that's impossible as far as you're dedicated. So I had to flush out all my stuff, get a new set. I I wrote down my mission and vision for 3 months. I had to develop a system. I needed to know all the activities my staff would do from 6:30 till 4:30, because that is the time we function. I did not study poultry science. I did not know one bit about a chicken. The only thing I know is I wake up in our house, there's egg, there's chicken. I don't know what it means to raise a chicken to that stage. So I had to go back to Open University. I had to start researching. I had to start writing. When you check my room, I have over 200 biros, colorful ones. And there's a reason why I do that. When I get bored with writing with blue, I go back to purple, I switch to green, I switch to pink, I switch whatever color that is available. Why? Because I feel like colors define your mood. So it keeps me down to writing. So I kept writing and writing. I kept reading. I kept doing that trial and error. Sometimes I'll call Dr. Kayode in the middle of the night. Sometimes I'll drop him a message. Sometimes I'll call him and tell him my manager is misbehaving. And Dr. Kayode is one of the most patient person I have met in my life. He never got frustrated for once, because he understood I was new in the business and I knew that there was money in it, because I was seeing the money, but it felt like the money was in a safe I cannot break. And I said to myself, I am going to break that safe. So for the past 1 year, I have broken that safe, and yes, I'm enjoying out of it. So, but then with time, I would give you people details of how I solve these issues. Thank you.
All right. So again, let me put both of us on the stage so that people can see my face.
Yes.
You make farming look so easy, right? I wish now I'm beginning to have a few ideas that maybe I should have gotten another farmer. Because sometimes when you see some farmers, right, and I can understand the frustration. I've been there. But you make farming look so easy, right? So if you're connected and you have a few questions, you could drop them on the chat box because we want to start really engaging her now.
Yes.
Now, uh, some say maybe farming is a passion, right? So for you, is it a passion or a business?
They are both.
Both. Okay, good.
Yes. Why I say they are business gives you profit.
Mm,
That is the thing.
mm,
So, you know, it's amazing when you go to our social media page and you know what the business is. So you cannot run a business without a passion, and you cannot have a business if you want to make money.
mm,
So they work hand in hand.
mm,
You
mm.
understand what I'm saying?
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm a social person.
Mm,
That is the reason why my farming activities are kind of funny.
mm, mm,
You know, my father has master's in psychology. He has a PhD in psychology. He
mm,
has been a police officer, an operative police officer for a very long time.
mm,
Then my mom is a public health worker. It happens I'm the first one.
mm,
I'm giving you this insight so you understand the reason why I function the way I function.
mm, mm, mm,
I have so much knowledge about who a human being is and how to live with a human being.
mm.
Somebody came to my farm for an interview and she said she marked one thing. I said, my livestock are my babies.
Oh, mm,
So when you want to go into livestock business,
mm,
chicken to be
mm,
particular,
mm,
you have to take them as if you give birth to them because they feel that bond. They
mm,
feel that connection as well. You
mm,
know, the reason why people are crashing in poultry business is that once they see this chicken, they believe they are looking at their money.
mm.
You have to take that off your mind first. I'm not saying
Yeah.
for. I have this famous ram. I call him my baby boy.
Mm.
You know, yesterday I wore a face mask and a shades. I covered my face completely,
I saw it.
thinking, yes, you saw the video, right?
Wait.
Thinking the ram would not recognize me. Everyone passed and the guy did not stand up. But immediately I appeared, I swear, I am doing this because this business called me. I did not call poultry business. It's a kind of day, you know. Poultry business, it dragged my hand, it dragged my head, it dragged my hair. So today, I'm in it. I
Mm,
never, when my father was building that farm,
mm,
sometimes he begged us to go and see what's going on there
mm,
because he wants us to go by 8 a.m. Everyone is sleepy. You know, he has to keep knocking.
mm,
But one day, I found myself going to Kuje
mm.
at 8 a.m.
Wow. Mm,
Just like that. I
mm,
went there, I took my time, I went around, I kept writing, I kept snapping, I kept checking videos.
mm, mm.
And all thanks to my dad, he bought every single idea I sold to
Wow.
him. But
Wow.
day, you know,
Wow.
do you get?
Yeah.
So yes, now I have found my passion in poultry business and I don't even intend to drop it.
Wow.
Not anytime soon.
Wow. Wow. I think Ministry of Agri should hire you really.
Uh,
And as an
I
ambassador.
intend,
Uh,
I
uh,
intend to
okay.
be the Minister of Agriculture.
Oh, please, please let's not forget our good old days. I could be a site
Never.
consultant, and I
Never.
did,
That's
and
if
I
you're not even the minister yourself. Of course, if I am the minister,
well,
you are as well.
well, well. Somebody is saying on the chat, I would like to pick your brain on choosing a path
Mhm.
between layers and broilers. Which is more sustainable for an amateur farmer looking? Okay, so can we pick these questions maybe a bit later? So
Yeah.
start going more technical, I want to first of all pick the soft part of the question, like passion on business. Now we know that, and you see, one of the key things. So, Abubakar, just give us a moment. We will be attending to your technical questions, because I
Mm.
know quite a lot of people too will want to know. I get those questions too. Should we go into layers? Should we go into broiler? Which is
Or
more
broilers,
comfortable?
yes.
But for
Mm.
this meeting, if you notice the title is Meet Nusaiba, right? Because it's the people who makes the business. If you get the people wrong, you will get the business wrong.
Around,
One of the
yes.
things I want to also pay attention to is who is the brain behind success. So that when we learn, like, so again, I watched one of, so I'm privileged to also see a few of our starters. And I saw her feeding a ram like she was feeding, allow me to use the word a pet, like she was feeding the
He is
ram.
my pet.
All right, so again, again,
He's my pet.
one of the key things you said that some people, when they see chicken, they see money.
Yes,
And there are some decisions you will not make for the farm, for the betterment of the farm, if all you see in a livestock is your money. If you
yes.
see something maybe more than that, maybe you could pay attention more to the details. And that's what we're learning from our
Yeah.
spotlight farmer today. Maybe if you
Mm.
pay more attention, maybe you put some love, even, well, I'm tempted to ask you, so if you don't have passion and you have a farm, can you develop the passion? Maybe I should ask you.
No.
All right, good.
Okay. Um, to be honest, it depends on your mindset
Mm,
because mindset is what drives whatever you see. So
mm,
if eventually you start
mm,
and you pick up the passion, because picking up the passion is it is basically who you're surrounded with.
yeah.
If you're a married person, it
Mm,
depends on the support your spouse gives you.
uh,
If you're still with your family,
mm,
it depends on the support your family gives you. Because I would like to you, Dr. Kade, and this thing can get overwhelming.
yeah.
Even right now, as we speak,
Yeah.
I'm giving a directive in my farm. Do not do this.
Mm,
But
mm,
because I am not there today, I
mm,
am here with you guys.
mm.
They are there. I think they've called me like 7 times already.
Mm, mm,
That thing I said they should not
mm.
do,
They are doing
they have done it. No, they have even done it already, and they sent me evidence what they've done. So at the end of the day, sometimes it feels like you just want to run mad or you want to explode.
Mm,
But when I remember that this thing is a passion, when
mm,
I go there, I see my ram, I see my beds, I
mm,
get happy.
mm,
My staff are happy to see me around.
mm,
You have given an employment opportunity
mm,
as a Nigerian because we're in a tough time
mm,
right
yeah.
now in the country. So
Mm,
it's a lot for somebody to actually create a job right now. It's
mm,
not it's not easy.
mm,
So these are the little things that would drive you around country business.
mm,
But if you don't have the passion, I think if you start seeing the success, you start paying attention to details, you
mm,
get the passion.
mm. And
Yeah.
you see, Nusaiba, I'm really very inspired. Huh? Again, back to our introduction, you studied
Mm,
law, which I think
mm,
in every sense is a lucrative path. And then you have an MBA. And
yeah.
of course, you're pretty very comfortable. Now, you chose as a young person to do livestock. And the nation should spotlight you, not just farmer life. Because by the time we start seeing people like you pick up roles in farming, because we still don't feed ourselves as a continent. We
Yes, we
still don't
don't.
feed ourselves. So again,
Not even up to 1%.
because young people want to do some other things. Nobody wants if you
They
if
want to do trading, they want the white collar job and
forex,
all of that.
wants to
Yeah.
wear white t-shirt, put a tie, go
Mm.
to the bank.
I would
Those,
rather wear rain boots.
so again, that's why I said you will need to the government needs to spotlight you and make you an ambassador. I want to ask you another
Mm.
question, right? I see you, and so again, it's funny that you're saying that you gave your staff an instruction and they didn't follow that, and you're laughing all through. Right.
But
Some,
I would
uh,
laugh here, but will not laugh there.
I understand. So I want to ask you that specifically because one of the big things from talking to farmers, I've
Mm.
also noticed is that, can you hear me? One of the things
Yes, I
I've
can.
noticed from talking to farmers across the country is the frustration sometimes they feel with their staff. And it's not just you. It's everywhere.
Mm.
It gets even bad. Some you will see some videos trending of I saw one was really very nasty. The workers were pilfering eggs and they hid eggs in everywhere possible in their body. Like they hid eggs everywhere possible in their body. I saw a video
Dr.
trending.
You're definitely describing SDK when I started.
Not yes, we
Yeah.
had that issue. So again,
You want me to talk about that?
yes, yes, yes. How did you get out of that? What happened? And so that you could others can pick this lesson and also learn from it.
Okay. Leaders are not made, they are born. I think I started leadership right from my secondary school. To those that are here that were in the same school, I was the head girl of our set. And I asked them why they made me head girl because I was not the smartest. Dr. Kayode, I hated school. I hated reading. I hated writing. And it happened, my father, before he became a police officer, he was a teacher.
Mm,
So you know how challenging that would be to him.
mm,
So they said, no, we're giving you this because we believe in your leadership qualities.
mm, mm,
So first of all, when you're the head, you're the eagle.
mm, mm.
You see everything from the top.
Yeah.
Or like maybe the CEO or your manager and other staff, they all see it from an angle. But being an executive gives you the entire structure from the top.
Mm, mm, mm.
When I went there, I had staff that, and I think I have this instinct. We women, we have this certain instinct. So there was a time I was passing by and a particular sand was not looking normal.
Mm,
So I called my PA and I told him I needed them to clear that place.
mm.
And somebody hid eggs there.
Inside.
Yes, inside. They made it more like a mountain, kind of. So I passed that one. In my head, I was waiting for 2 more strikes and I'll take action.
Mm,
So the following one was Dogo. We call him Dogo.
mm,
He's a very once you say something, he will just nod his head. So I believe, okay, this guy has the fear of Allah in his mind. He won't do certain things. Only for me to wake up one morning and my dad sent me a video that one of my managers sent him. I had hid eggs all around his body. What he does is that he doesn't even steal eggs from his pen.
mm.
He goes to somebody's pen. These guys are criminals, I swear.
Mm.
To go so he picks up the egg from somebody's pen so they don't suspect him. Do you get? Because seeing his own egg is complete.
Mm.
And then when they pack eggs, they don't submit it in a particular room. No, they leave it inside the pens.
Mm.
So I want people to be jotting down these things because it will be hard for me to come back and tell you everything at once.
Mm. Mm.
So I now realize that the loophole we had then was that we were not counting our production. We didn't have a particular place we store our production and there's nobody in charge of it.
Mm.
So the third one that happened was that Mr. Mike, my manager, was going around and then he noticed that the sounds the birds were making at 12 p.m. was too much.
Mm.
Farmers, these are the kind of things you need to learn. When I hear my birds panicking a lot, I ask my manager, what's going on? That is why I say they are my babies. So he didn't make a sound. He went upstairs, he checked. There was somebody twisting the neck of these birds. Yes. He had twisted 12 already.
Wow.
So what they do is at the end of the day, they present it as a mortality.
Mortality. And then go and eat it.
Yes. No, they sell it. There's a wall they throw it. There's somebody waiting for them down there. They have a time. They do that.
Wow.
So he twisted 12. My manager found him. He presented it to me. But mind you, 1 week before this thing happened, I told my manager to pay attention to his voice. And he felt like I was using juju. I said, no, There's a way they look at you. They are trying to notice your movements. So I warned them a week before. I even called an inspector to sit them down, warn them. I told them, if you kill my birds or you steal my eggs, I'm going to lock you up. You will have to pay me. That is my hard work. That is somebody's hard work as well. So he twisted 12. I called the inspector. He came. Then my dad came for inspection as usual because it happened on a Saturday. He was seated outside our parking space and he just saw a staff coming out with handcuffs. He had to remove his cap. And he said, Madam, what is going on? He said, he killed 12 of my birds. And I had to say, but she had warned you already. She told you she's going to take action. If you were doing it before with the person that was in charge of this place, he will not tolerate it. So I locked up that guy for 15 days.
Wow.
I don't care if people are going to say I'm heartless, but I know what I have gone through just to make SDK look the way it is right now. There were days, there were nights of crying. There were nights of writing down. There were many bills coming in. I took over SDK with 0 naira. What we have now is what I generated when I came.
Wow.
How I generated that money, there's this kind of a secret in business. Yes, but I can correct you if there's some things you're doing. I can change your perspective about the finances and how to go about it. So I locked up the guy for 15 days and I told them, even his family came. I said, I am not releasing him until he pays for those birds he killed. I said, you're lucky I did not even take you to IRT. Because you killed a life, you should be killed. If you have 12 lives, I'll make sure they shoot down that 12 lives. Because I spent money to buy these birds. I spend money to feed them. I spend money to take care of every single thing around them, including the people taking care of them. This is how to make the business happen. If you want your workers to take care of your birds, you have to take care of your workers as well. So I take care of them. I see no reason why you would come and kill 12 birds. If you want money, ask me. If you cannot work in my organization, tender your resignation. If you not to live with dignity, I will embarrass you and your family. That is my rule. So this is how I stopped the whole stealing of whatever, because they now understood that, man, this woman is ready to kill. I swear, so now I don't have any record of theft.
Wow.
0.
Wow.
And I'm so happy I achieved that.
Wow. So so again, I'm tempted to say, when we grow up, we should be like you, really. And the reason why I said that, Haja, relax. The reason why I said that is that look at your calm composure and then your effectiveness, right? Some people achieve the same result worked out. So despite your presentation is welcoming, your approach is firm. And they know that if they do this is the repercussion. And people fear consequences, really. The reason why people do things and go away with it is because there are no consequences.
There are no consequences.
But
you
now
can
that
say that any day, anytime. It's a national problem.
So if there are consequences to wrong actions, people will stop wrong actions.
I don't believe in telling me that we can't install morality back in the society. It's a lie. It depends on the approach. And in everything you do, just like we say presentation, it is presentation that matters. So now I'm so happy that the boys I have, let me just show something. When I was employing some staff, I noticed a guy with a ring on this finger.
Okay.
And I said to him that this ring you're wearing, are you sure you can serve my birds? Because they have a beak. They can get attracted to it and want to draw it. I don't want any injury on my premises. I said, would you agree to take off your rings when it is time to feed your birds? Your guy said, no, he cannot. I hope you get where I'm going to. These are spiritual problems. Yes. So without that ring, she will not be able to function. So these are the little challenges that people do not even talk about. And
Wow.
he said he cannot work there.
Mm.
And there are people that came that started working before the end of the month. They
Mm.
had left. Why are they leaving? Because
Mm.
there's no avenue to steal.
Yeah.
You can't steal in SDK farms.
Wow. Wow.
Allah, you cannot.
Wow. Wow. And I'm
Yeah.
so happy to hear that. All right. So let's now take some questions. So I'll take somebody's clapping for you. Well, but it's a
Thank you.
brilliant advice, really. It's a brilliant
Yeah.
advice. So poultry people have problems with pilfering and theft.
Yes, it's your system.
Mm.
You have to build a system around it.
Mm.
Let me tell you, okay, how we do.
Mm.
You know, they don't serve the birds without a security guarding them. Poultry business is capital intensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need money to put these things in place.
Mm.
So I had a company security,
Mm.
and they know what their responsibilities are. There
Mm.
are certain movements that cannot happen in the farm
Mm.
without them escorting those activities. It's not possible.
Wow.
So when they are feeding my birds, the
Wow.
securities must inspect.
Wow.
When they are picking my eggs, the
Wow.
securities must inspect. And when it goes to the store, or let
Wow.
me say, we call it a mat,
Mm.
they must give me the total production of the day.
Then.
And I know at which capacity my birds are laying eggs.
Wow.
So if they are laying 56 in a day, and then today, their record, you're telling me they laid 50 crates.
Mm.
It's a lie.
Mm.
Something is going on. Somebody is stealing my eggs.
Mm.
This is how you
Mm.
know that there's something going on.
Wrong.
You need to know the capacity at which your birds are producing. Is it
Mm.
70%, 85%, 90?
Mm.
These are things that would help you know the amount of eggs you're supposed to get
Yeah.
every day.
Mm. Mm.
Mhm.
So these are advice you can only get from somebody who is succeeding in poultry farm, right? So if you're still having issues, so I usually advise people, no matter how old you are in farming, if it has not
Mm.
worked, there's something you're not doing correctly.
Yes,
Something you're
yes,
not doing correctly. So
absolutely.
if you do it correctly, it will work. The
Yeah.
reason why you think it's a burden it's probably because there are a few gaps here and there. People are pilfering. You don't
Mm-hmm.
love as much as your work or the farm as much
Mm-hmm.
as you need to. And these very silent points can be very defining. Let's go to
Yes.
a few questions. For a beginner farmer, is it advisable to start with all livestock, chicken, fish, cattle, or rather better start with one at a time? And how can you manage all if you advise we should start with all?
Dr. Kaide, I want you to talk about that first, then before I give my own advice.
All right. So again, Haja said that I should I should talk about it. So
Yes, I have my reason.
my own perspective around that is first of all, two things we decided: your capital and your expertise. If you have very little capital, why do you want to spread it across various things you know very little things about? And then your expertise. If you're just starting as a beginner and you want to experiment with a lot of things at the same time, the burden on you will be really very much. So I would advise you gauge your capital and then to also gauge your expertise, your expert level. If you don't have experience in all, better you start with one and learn that one first, and then you can add another one when you master. But again, I'm not the spotlight farmer. I'm only the spotlight farmer's host. So back to you, back to you, Hadia.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, all these things he mentioned
Mm.
are things we have in our farm.
Yes.
We have layers, we have broilers,
Mm.
and we have the catfish.
Mm.
So when I started, I have to oversee all of these things because I'm the executive director.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, I was running mad
Mm. Mm.
because they are different kind of businesses.
Mm.
Their futures are not the same.
Yeah.
What you do in poultry, you can't do it in fish. What you do in fish, you cannot do it in broilers. So
Absolutely.
I said to myself, I told my dad,
Mm.
please take charge of the fish department.
Mm.
Let me take charge of the poultry department.
Mm. Mm.
So this boils down to when you want to start, you have to start with one thing.
Yeah.
It makes it easy for you to concentrate. At least it reduces the financial burden on you.
Yeah.
Because do you know how expensive it is to raise catfish?
Yeah. Wow.
When their feeds are, I think a bag is like 27,000
Wow.
or thereabout. I think so. I'm not really aware of how their activities are, but I know their foreign feeds are pricey. So imagine you're dealing with buying is it animal care or what do you call it? You're buying vaccines for poultry, you're buying medication. Because vaccines now are expensive. We're taking up 1 point something when you have up to 6,000 birds.
Wow.
Then the feeds itself. Do you get? Then the equipment you're going to provide.
Exactly.
Because you must keep your biosecurity, I think is one of the most expensive aspects of this business. Biosecurity, I used to talk about it a lot. And some people were like, why do you keep hammering on this biosecurity? Because I said germs are things you don't see with the naked eyes. So you need to protect yourself. You're going into my pen, no matter how I am used to that environment, I still wash my hand, I still dip my feet. You don't get used to it. So these tiny, tiny activities that you think I'm mentioning, or you're seeing my videos just washing my hand, don't forget that we bought that bucket.
Yeah.
We had to do a water system. That's almost made me run mad because they were telling me there's no water. And I'm like, my birds cannot survive without water. The stand in which you put the buckets, the shade you need. So, dear viewer, please choose a particular direction.
Yeah.
They taught us something in MBA. When you have made success to a particular stage, it is a business move by expanding. But you don't expand without adequate knowledge. That is the thing. So please, if you want to go into farming, go and learn every single thing about farming. But the best thing that would support your knowledge is your experience.
Yeah.
My father has been farming for 30 years now. Things I tell him and things I bring his attention to, wallahi azim, he has never heard them, he has never seen them. I'm sure you remember when FCTA came to supervise our slaughterhouse. Yeah. What did he say? He said, I'm analog. She's more of a modern person. So she's the one driving us. Do you get? So you have to choose a particular thing you're doing. Please go and learn about it. Make your proper research. And you should know that livestock business is not the kind of business that would stand on its own financially. You need another financial body to support it because their day losses will come. I lost 15 million naira beginning of this year, Dr. Kayode, Yes, we had so much eggs and the market was not there. That is because I did not learn the cycle as at then. There's a season to everything you see. Do you get? So if you're choosing chicken, go and learn every single thing about chicken. If you're choosing ram, because I have a friend that is into only rams. I have another friend that is into only cows. They are not distracted. They are focused on what they are doing. So, my dear, please focus on one thing. If you focus on chicken, then you can meet Dr. Kayode. Nobody, people here, don't allow Dr. Kayode go without getting his contracts. I'm telling you, he's a red gem. There are not two ways about it. You are the, I think you basically made my year.
Thank you.
I won't lie.
I'm happy to hear that. Well, that's so much kind word from our Spotlight Farmer. But you have more questions, Haja. I need advice on starting livestock farming with a loan, especially as a beginner. All the best.
With a what?
A loan. He wants a loan. He wants to start his farm with a loan.
I swear to God. Sorry, I'm laughing, but that is not a good idea. It is. Let me tell you one truth.
Put his poster.
Wallahi, I have borrowed 1 million naira from my father. I have not paid him back. let me be honest with you. These are real life situations. So there was somebody that messaged me on Snapchat and he said he wants to start poultry farming as a retirement plan. I did not want to answer the message initially, but the moment I saw retirement
mm,
plan, I had to underline that statement. I said, that is the worst impression about livestock business.
mm,
Change that impression. It's
mm,
not a retirement plan. He
mm,
said, why did I say that? I said, you're diminishing the status of agriculture in our
mm,
country. You don't do that.
mm,
Agriculture is just like any other profession
mm,
because that is the gap between agriculture and other sectors in Nigeria.
mm,
Everyone, go and make your research and see. We lack professionalism in it.
mm,
I have the intention to go to secondary schools as the executive director of SDK Farm
mm,
and representing the founder and CEO of SDK Farms to show them that those that are going to university to study agriculture, you're not a failure. It's
mm,
not a second choice. I
mm.
wasted my time studying law. I'm sorry to say, oh, lawyers, I'm very, very sorry. But
Well,
to
I'm happy
me,
to hear this.
yes, agriculture is more realistic.
Mm,
That is the only place
mm,
you start, you concentrate, you dedicate,
mm,
and your money comes back within a year.
mm, mm,
Let me tell you, you would even have the money, you will not have enough time to spend that money
mm,
because you're willing to reinvest. As it is coming, you're reinvesting. As it is coming, you're
mm,
reinvesting.
mm, mm,
So I would advise you, do not take a loan
mm,
to start poultry business.
mm,
But in between the lines, when something happens and you need financial support,
mm,
then you can go for a loan.
mm,
But for a start, is a bad idea.
mm,
Why? Because you're going to be stressed.
mm,
You must have a plan of how to pay back that money.
mm, mm, mm,
And our naira has lost its value.
mm,
Dollar keeps fluctuating. So you borrowed 20 million naira yesterday.
mm,
By next week, now that 20 million naira can become 30 million. So
mm,
what do you do?
mm, mm,
How do you go about it? The person that borrowed you money will not hear the
mm.
story of no, things are more expensive. So please go and do your calculations right. But taking a loan to start poultry business, me as the ED of SDK Farms, I'm
Mm,
saying it's not a good idea.
mm,
But in between, you can.
mm, mm.
Yeah.
Amazing answer. 2008 or so when I was leaving school and I wanted to
Mm.
consult for a woman and she was losing her bet. Her bets were dying. The next day
Oh
when I
God.
came to check the bet, they say she too, she's dying. So, so, you
God.
know,
What poultry business cannot do does not exist. Ah,
it
hey,
could be a
God.
top. So if it's your capital, you can still recoup and then ask family and friend. But if it's another person's capital, he doesn't want to
Ah.
hear stories. They want to get
You see,
back
I don't
their
even
money.
want my father to remember that. But
Mm,
see, anytime we're having a conversation, and you know he's starting to get to that stage of
mm,
his money,
money.
whatever. I'll say, sorry, I've had a long day. I want to go
Uh,
and rest.
but lucky you. So just
Do
imagine.
you care? This is just my
Mm,
father. Oh.
madam,
This is my father. Oh.
mm.
So you can imagine going to the bank to go and
Or
collect
Lapo or
money.
something. All these microfinance.
Or the money point or
Yeah,
okay that
yeah.
I
They
see.
will they will put you
Please.
in their poster and then they will say you are missing that. People should look
Do
for.
you get? They want to, or they will even come to your house.
Uh,
I think somebody just posted a question.
mhm.
It disappeared.
Okay, no, so there are quite a lot of questions. So maybe let me run through the next one. So
Okay,
for the loan, don't do it, please.
please.
Our
For a
spotlight
start,
farmer
it's
said
a no.
Our spotlight farmer said, no, no, no. The major challenge
Mm.
I'm having, my bets died a lot, more than 4%. Don't know if it is a source of my or how my worker care for them. So if your bets are dying, okay, so let's allow I think
No, Dr. Kaide, please
so
start
you,
first.
you
Then
should
I
you
would
should
support.
audit. You should audit really. So from your question, it looks like you still don't know the reason for the audit. And one of the key things that also helps is to get an external eye. You're already used to some of these things. An external eye, if you're lucky to get an experienced external eye, right? You've seen some of these patterns before, and they're able to tell you these bets are okay. It could be there are a lot that could make you lose your production. It could be disease, it could be theft, it could be carelessness, and as Haja was saying, it could be biosecurity. But you need a
Yes.
proper audit and somebody to point you in the direction of where those losses are. But again, I'm not the spotlight farmer. I'm the host of the spotlight farmer. Please add your voice to this.
I think bird dying, high mortality is something every poultry farmer faces once you start.
Mm.
But during my own, the first thing I realized was actually biosecurity. That's one. Number two, you check your water supply.
Mm.
My tanks are transparent.
Yeah.
They must drop in and wash them.
Mm.
And the pipe that gives it water
Mm.
must be flushed as well.
Mm.
Any water you cannot drink, don't give your birds.
Wow. Wow.
That is the rule. I
Mm.
think this says a lot.
Yeah.
Any water you cannot drink, do not give your birds because they are your babies.
Mm.
And then thirdly, what is this thing? God, it skipped my mind. First, we mentioned maybe negligence of your staff. That's one. Then we have your biosecurity, your water supply, my dear, your housing.
Yeah.
Housing. Let me tell you people something that would shock you. SDK Farms looks beautiful and all, but all the pens were built in the wrong direction. That is it. So when you're building your poultry house, you must make sure that your housing is positioned the right way. Why I said your housing is because, when they face the sun, they turn their back. They don't eat. So starvation has come in. Once your birds are starved, they are going to die. By the time the sun has come down, they don't even have the energy to eat because they are very weak. They can't even drink the water. So now, this is a responsibility on your part as the owner because there's a limit to what your staff can do. When it happens that you already have beds in and you know that you have positioned your housing in the right way, there is proper ventilation. Please, let's forget ventilation. I have a rule in my pen. I must be able to walk through every line without anything grabbing my shirts.
Wow.
And Dr. Kayode, I know you know why I made that rule. Yeah. The reason why I made that rule is because I need my staff to be comfortable when feeding them. Because when you don't feed them the right portion they need, my dear, they're going to die. So these are tiny details you must take note. If your birds are dying, first, do you even have a vet doctor? Because Dr. Kade here is our vet doctor in SDK Farms. You must have a very good relationship between you and your vet should be the dedicated type that can attend to any issue. Dr. Kade is the kind that once I say my birds are dying, he's in the farm before me. So professionalism must come in. Your vet must check. You must go to the lab. It happens my manager studied poultry science. So he knows that once he tries to get to Dr. Kaide and Dr. Kaide is busy, the first thing he does is he takes the birds to the lab. They test it so that they know what the problem is and you administer the right medication or right vaccine. And I'm sure maybe they don't even vaccinate them at the appropriate time. So, I'm giving you these things as a whole so that you go and check. We have a calendar. We have activities every day, every week, every month, every year. And these things must be part of things they do. That is why in my last post I made on TikTok and Instagram, you will hear me telling my manager to give my boys exam. Sit and teach them about these birds. Examine them because I don't want any mistake. You see, I don't take sorry in my business. I don't even smile in my office. All the dancing videos you people see and the games we play, they are being played after 4:30. And that is not working time. Eyes on the ball all the time. That is what I tell them. Do not lose focus. You're not only here for yourself, but for your family. So, my dear, go and check your biosecurity, your water system, your housing, and your manager should be experienced. He should have knowledge of what he is doing. It makes your work very, very easy. At the end of the day, you come in as a financial body So your only responsibility is, madam, we need 100,000. Okay, why do you need 100,000? Convince me. If the money is available, you provide it. Do you get? So, madam, when you've done these things, you can come back and tell us the results.
Haja, something unique is happening. Since we've started, it hasn't number hasn't dropped. I didn't know you were enjoying her. That means this.
Oh, really?
Sometimes so I hold some of these events, and then in the beginning people go, and then to go up,
Yes.
start dropping.
Yes.
Steady,
I can see some of my secondary school friends joining as well.
Oh,
Mamu, I saw Mamu, I saw
this is nice.
Ravi.
This is nice. Then I'm super happy. The challenge now we now have is supposed to be an hour meeting. We still have some questions. So I'm
An
just
hour.
yeah.
An hour is too short.
It's too short. Oh,
it's too short.
So what do we do?
Because there's something I even want to talk about.
Okay, all right. So
aside all these questions.
So let's just pick one question and then allow you to talk. I started with 50 birds. Please pardon me if I don't pick your questions, then
yes. We'll keep doing this. This is just the beginning.
I love this. So I started with 50 birds, but my issue is with marketing because people will just come and price your 5-week brother for 60. Okay. So I think you have an experience with that.
Hey, according to what my father told my new manager, because we have a new manager for the fish department, when he spoke about marketing, he said, no, don't worry, my daughter is very good in marketing. I'm like, I used to have really good in marketing. As an MBA student, I took marketing as a course, and my specialization was actually entrepreneurship. So don't be surprised when I'm being innovative. That's my specialization. But you see, marketing is another branch in a business. And I'm going to take out just one thing out of marketing, your target market. Please, everyone here, take your time. Go and research about what target market is. Mercedes-Benz knows who their customers are. BMW, Honda, Toyota. If I raise premium birds, sometimes my staff would be scared that, okay, people are coming, they are pricing, and they feel it is expensive and they're not buying. And then now that same staff is telling me, no, we sell quality chicken here. Do you get? That is because I have given them the vibe. I told them, don't lose hope, know your worth. My dear, you know what you're raising. You know how much you are spending. The market, see, everybody cannot be your customer. Let me even put it that way. Everybody cannot be your customer. You should have the kind of people you want to patronize you. Don't give up. Keep pushing. One day, the breakthrough would come.
Fantastic.
Keep posting.
Fantastic.
Keep posting. Keep telling people about your practices, because that is what gives you genuity. Earn their trust. It can be difficult, but do not get distracted and do not lose hope. Don't. Yes.
Fantastic. All right. So I think that's these are premium advice. So they are not naira advice, they are dollar advice, right? Those are the advice you will get when you have somebody who is young, open-minded, experienced, and successful. Those are those very key things. So I will not be able to pick all the questions. I see some advice on WhatsApp group. We'll leave that to the SDK fam. But you said you have something you want to tell us. All right, so you have the floor.
Yeah. In my conversation, I started talking about the gap between agriculture and other sectors in Nigeria. It is heartbreaking when I see that, when I compare and see that they take the health sector, the fintech, more than agriculture. The reason why I'm not living livestock business is because it will never ever go out of style. Whether you love me, whether you hate me, you still eat my eggs, you still eat my chicken. And besides, There's a rise in protein consumption.
Yeah.
That is it. So this message is going out to any of the government officials if they are here, or since it's a video that is being recorded. I want the government of Nigeria to close the gap between agriculture and other sectors in Nigeria. And there are a few things we can do. I wrote them down so you people know that I actually looked into this thing. So first, we have infrastructure gap. All the maize, all the millets, all the whatever, all the plants, all the crops we're eating, they're coming from our village. And when you're going there, the roads are not even there. They don't even have electricity. And this is the reason why people are running away from this profession. So everything boils down to our government. Everything boils down to that water we have been talking about before my father gave birth to me. That's educational system. That health system. That's it is still the same thing. It is still connected to every single thing we're doing in Nigeria. The infrastructure in Nigeria is bad. It is poor. We need to work on it so that agriculture can walk through that path. And then secondly, what we have is innovation gap.
Infrastructure.
When I say yes, innovation gap, there was somebody that messaged me one time like that, and she said, I noticed you wear expensive shoes to your farm. When they spoil, I said, they are my shoes. They are not yours. And I wear expensive things to my farm so that, I feel happy. Yes, I know my shoes are secured. They will not get spoiled because we don't do that in SDK farms. You come in clean, you leave clean. So there were little innovations I came up with, just like playing games. You get creating markets for tiny things. People never knew that there was markets for feathers, but there is a market for it. So these tiny innovations, there are gaps, and I don't know why we're leaving it. Please, the government should do something about it. They should support these young people that have tiny innovations that would fit into agriculture. If you compare it to the health department, the banking system, and all the rest, I'm sure it was somebody's idea that we started using transfer. That we have a bank app. This is now coming from the IT department, but because it works very, very good with the banking system, they accepted that innovation. POS is one of it. ATM card is one of it. Why don't we have that in agriculture? And then the third one is policy gap. We don't have continuity in Nigeria. Every government that comes with what it wants to do. So when we start something, and when somebody is taking over my seat, please continue from where I stopped. Gap is too much. Everything about agriculture is fluctuating because Obasanjo with his own, Yaradua came with his own, and Goodluck Jonathan came with his own, Buhari came with his own, Tinubu has come with his own. So we need to check. These things are fluctuating, and it's supposed to be on a straight line so that people can benefit from this thing. And then the fourth one is the funding. There's a funding gap. Giving loan to people out there is not what is going to solve our food security at all, because you're expecting them to return back that money, even when they have not made anything out of it. Why? Because prices are fluctuating. If you bought something for 20,000 now, be rest assured that in 2 months, 20,000 would become 50,000. So tell me, how is that person going to pay off that money? Just like we have mentioned to the viewer that said he wants to start the business with a loan. So my advice is that instead of making all these loan programs and whatever, it's better you push professionalism into it.
Yeah.
Because when they are professionals and then the infrastructure is good, the innovation is good, the policies are good, you don't need to borrow money because the system is working. The system would give you back your money.
Yeah.
So you would have profits. So you don't need to borrow. Yeah, this is something I wanted to talk about, please. And that impression people have about agriculture, that it's a retirement plan, is something you do by the side. No, I do it as a full-time job, and I do it out of passion. Somebody said to me yesterday that I would buy whatever it is you're doing if I get married to you. I said, you can pay me, but you can't buy my passion. That is the thing. So please stop running away from agriculture. I don't want to be the only northern woman doing this thing. I need my sisters around me. There are a few challenges in doing this thing, though we did not have the opportunity to talk about the challenges, because I think that I have just 2 female staff and I have almost 40 men.
Whoa.
Do you understand? And I know by next year, I am going to create an opportunity that women will be part of the system. They have to be part of the system as well. They have something to bring to the table. But people are running away from it. There's insecurity. Please make us secured so that people can go and farm. Let us be the exporters, not importers. Why? But then, please, Nigeria, before we export, make sure that every single citizen has eaten.
Yeah.
Make sure that every family has food.
Yeah.
Because that is what we call food security. See, food security is more dangerous than anything in this life. Because whatever we're doing, whatever hustle we're doing, first of all, it is to eat. So that is the reason why government must put so many things in place even before we talk about giving loans to these people. Please, let's go to school. Let's go and learn. Let us have knowledge. I have a degree in law. I have a master's. But that does not mean, that has not defined what my life is. But it has given me an opportunity to be innovative. I can communicate. I can pull up a system. Because going to school does not guarantee that you would make money out of what you have gone to school to learn. Only the people in the medical field, are destined to do that you have gone to study medicine for 7 years. Yes, when you come back, you must be a doctor and you must get money out of it. But going to school gives you the ability to develop a system that would work. And that's why my father is asking me, how are you performing the magic? And I said, the school fees you paid for. Because being a base student, we were taught how to pull up a system that works. Autopilot.
Wow.
I'm seated here with you people now, and my phone is busy beeping. My manager is messaging me, and they're giving me updates on what is happening. Whether I am around or not, my birds will get served. Their pens must be cleaned. Their water must be changed. They must get vaccinated. They tell me, when you are not around, we don't feel the vibe to work. It means a lot for your staff to say that.
Yeah.
So please, people, come, let's join hands and do this thing. But for anybody that is not interested in it, don't push yourself. Don't go into agriculture thinking agriculture will give you soft landing. There's money, but that comes with small madness. Please. That's a fair thing. We all know now. I think we just need to call it a day.
Oh, maybe we should do series 2, really, because we still have questions unanswered, and I think we're all enjoying it. And I'm also glad that you feel very comfortable sharing your lessons and sharing your stories. Just that we should do series 2. Somebody's already
Yes, we would.
that we should open a WhatsApp group. And that's how we can already
God.
Well,
Hey,
I leave
group.
I leave that to you.
Dr. Kaide, one thing I would assure you people is that early next year, we're going to have a meet and greet.
Oh, nice. Oh, that would be nice.
Yes,
That would be
that's I am
nice.
assuring you
That would be
people.
very nice.
So in our process of meeting, greeting, and networking,
Yes.
we can answer these questions.
Oh, that would be so
I love fun.
Yeah.
So please let's do this thing while we're sipping
Mhm.
wine,
Mhm.
mocktails,
Yeah.
eating small chops. I
Mhm.
think it will be more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that would be the next series I want to do.
So you see, that's why I said the federal government should come and consult you, right? Because I think you have what it takes to get young people into agriculture. And you are very set. Infrastructure gap, innovation gap, policy gap, funding gap. Look at those points. And once those gaps are closed, that's it. Our
Yes,
nation
we're good
will
to go.
be at the forefront of innovating agriculture in Africa. Hajian
Mm.
Nusaiba, I can't thank you
Mhm.
enough. I really, really can't thank you enough. It's been wonderful meeting you. It's been wonderful knowing you. But more importantly, it's been wonderful also working with you. Thank you for the time you spent. Somebody is saying meet and greet. Yeah, so they're already
I
catching the
knew
vibe of the meet and greet. Amazing, amazing ED future minister. Every seconds was very impactful. I was just open-minded. Okay, so what could happen? I've worked with you, so I have an idea. But again, now hosting this session gives me also a very strong idea of how inspiring you could be, even to our young ones. And for us in Farmland, we cannot thank you enough.
it.
And keep building, keep doing what it is that you're doing. Keep setting the example
Thank you.
with SDK Farm.
Mhm.
And of course, you have our absolute support. People, they will be
Mhm.
serious too, because I know that we have a lot of things we needed to bottle, just that we
Yes.
scheduled this meeting for an hour and we've got it.
Our
If
yes.
there's
Mm.
just one last word you need to say, Haji and Saiba, and then we call
Yes,
it a day,
please.
what would that, what will it be?
Poultry business has taught me a lot.
Um,
It has taught me patience.
mm,
It has taught me that you never get tired of giving love.
mm, mm, mm,
Teamwork.
mm.
Yes, please. Whatever you're doing, be it in the medical field, be it in the tech field, be it in the security, please always work with your team.
Mm.
Look beyond the workplace, mental health. Some people are going through a lot and we don't even know. The one with the biggest smile in the room
Yeah,
can be the one committing suicide the
yeah,
next minute.
yeah.
So I'm so happy that I am here. I never thought I would be doing this.
Mm, mm.
Let me be honest. I was never a serious person growing up. And today this is me talking about things I want the government to do for me.
Mm.
So Dr. Kayode, I feel honored to be part of Farm Alert because I am part of Farm Alert as well. Farm Alert is family to me.
Yeah, thank you.
Let me be honest. Each time I see your content
Mm.
comes up, I'm just smiling. My elder brother is out there, doing things.
Thank you.
And I am right behind you.
Thank you.
For everyone that is here, I'm so sorry all your questions were not being answered. It's because time did not permit us. And that is how poultry business works.
Mm,
You
mm,
must dedicate your time. So now I have to go back
mm,
and attend to my staff.
mm.
But thank you very, very much. This means so much to me, my family, and SBK fans. I wish to do this over and over again until I change the mindset of people about agriculture and poultry business to be particular. Thank you for having me
Amazing.
here.
Amazing. I'm super happy. I enjoyed myself and I think it was a really, really very good meeting. And so
Yeah,
it's recorded. It will be on our YouTube page. We're also going to share
yeah.
the link with Haja and Saiba so that you
Yes,
could
please.
rewatch. But I have the minister's WhatsApp number. I will share it. I'll take the courage to share with you because I think it's important, really. We don't
Yes,
spotlight young people enough who are successful in what it is that we're trying to encourage. So at least let
yes.
me see that somebody is a lawyer, MBA, and choose to stay in the farm. And then, of course, to
Yes.
be a model to all our young people. I want to thank every one of you who joined and who stayed across the entire time. Watch out for
Mhm.
season 2. but more importantly, also
Yes.
what that all of you registered and we intentionally harvested all your contact. So in the season
Yes.
two, we will send you direct messages, and in the
Mm.
sip and greet, we will also send you direct messages so that you can
Yes,
be part of it.
absolutely.
To everyone,
Yeah.
please do have a wonderful evening. Hajia, catch
Thank
up
you
with
very
you
much.
shortly.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Sure.
Bye. Thanks.